Gringos en Buenos Aires.
Gringos en Buenos Aires.
Welcome to the Gringos in Buenos Aires podcast, the podcast that brings expat life to you. I'm your host with the most, Paul Perry, and today's guest is bouncing around from continent to continent in search of good times. And now he's here in BA, in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Let's give a warm welcome to Kristian. What's up, dude? Welcome to the show,
hey,
man.
Paul, thanks for having me.
All right, good to have you here.
Appreciate it.
How you feeling? Feeling good?
Oh, great, man. I'm
Yeah?
excited. Yeah.
You're jumping around from around the globe. Is that you like that, huh?
Yeah, it's usually how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah?
In terms of, like, it's been the cadence of my life. You know, I moved around a lot as a little kid, which I had no, decision about. Yeah. And then as a young adult, I enjoyed it and just kept it rolling. Yeah. Then as a more seasoned adult now, I still, like, that's my thing. Sometimes I go to a new place and some of my friends are like, oh, you're just going to move to, I moved to Tanzania some years ago. And they're like, you don't know anybody there, you're just moving there. Yeah. And my friend's like, yeah, that sounds like my nightmare.
Yeah, you moved around a lot when you were a kid. What, like on your bike? Did you travel from town to town?
Born in Denmark and then moved to the States.
Born in Denmark, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
born in Denmark, Danish father, Filipino mother.
Oh, check
and
that
then
out.
we moved to the States when I was really young. And then, so that kind of set it in motion, the whole traveling and looking around.
Oh, it's an interesting mix, man, because, I got my grandmom's Paraguayan, my mom, my grandparents are Italian, Gringos, it's kind of mixed. My grandparents also German grandparents, so it's like then you got Danish,
But
Denmark.
where are you born?
I was born in another dimension.
Taking this shit to another dimension.
Yeah, really. So, what brought you to BA?
Yeah, so I was living in Thailand and met my girlfriend there. She's Russian, but if you've been to Phuket recently, when in Rome, it's not surprising I left Phuket with a Russian girlfriend. But we were living there, didn't want to live there anymore. I wanted to live somewhere in the Americas for time zone reasons, and she wanted to not live in Thailand. So I proposed, why don't we each pick 3 cities we want to live in, write out our pros and cons, factoring in our passports and other things, and then we'll put our info together, and we ended up in Buenos Aires.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty. You had that planned out?
Yeah, I mean, we're like, all right,
put that in risk management, like that. It's like that movie. It reminds me of Ben Stiller. In that movie, it's like risk management. It's like, should I go with Polly, or should I?
Yeah, it's like a lot of things in my life are really sporadic, but then there's like an element of, I'm like a consulting brain or kind of plan it out, I suppose.
Yeah, but why Buenos Aires?
Again, it was going to be somewhere in the Americas, right? And so when I looked at her list of 3 and my list of 3, this was the spot that we both liked. I didn't have Buenos Aires.
What did you consider in terms of what?
Number 1, visas.
Visas.
Yeah, visas. Number 2.
How are the visas different? I mean.
Well, so for example, her as a Russian, certain areas are more lenient or will allow her, for example, right? If we wanted to go back to Denmark or even the States.
So she's Russian. She's got a visa.
Well,
which is different than a visa for an American, let's say, or for like.
Do you mean a visa for here?
Yeah.
No, like here it's like visa-free entry.
Oh, okay.
And that, so
So if you're Russian, you don't need a visa to get in here.
I don't know her exact situation, but I think she can just fly in. Like, nice. Certain countries, like when we went to Vietnam, I needed to apply to be allowed to go in, right? Other countries like Thailand, or a lot of other countries, you just fly in and you automatically get like
crazy,
a visa.
Man. How does it feel like to go into another country, just like Vietnam, out of nowhere? It's just,
exciting. I mean, it's my norm, right? So it's probably a little less like new, exciting for me because I do it all the time, but it's still fun, right? Yeah, it's cool. Like what I was saying earlier was that, my friend who thought, oh, you're going to move to East Africa and you don't really know anyone there. That's crazy to me, right? And in my head, I was like, man, you've lived in the same house, the same neighborhood your whole life. Not good or bad, of course, but like that sounds like my nightmare, you know? Yeah. So yeah, how is it? It's fun, man.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Fun.
It's exciting.
You seem like the kind of guy that does bungee jumping and all that. You do all that stuff,
It's a good assessment, yeah. Bungee jumped when I was a teenager, skydived, organized a group of friends to go out skydiving in Seattle. Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, I guess they kind of go hand in hand, like the Globetrotter and the bungee jumping, because it's like you're always on the move, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
I think that's a good assessment, right? Like, you kind of want something new, fresh, maybe a little bit adventurous.
Yeah, the thrill, the adrenaline.
Yeah.
It's interesting, man. Interesting take on that. What place stands out in the Asian continent, for example?
Let's see. I mean, Phuket, Thailand, I went for the first time 23.
That's where they filmed the movie The Beach? Is that where?
Not far from there. That's
okay.
a little island area, Phi Phi Islands.
pretty
Not far
nice.
from there. It's gorgeous. Obviously mega tourist, maybe the most touristy place in the world. Probably right up there, if not number one. It's amazing. I mean, I went there first time 23 years ago, so I have kind of a certain vibe.
How old are you, dude?
44.
44? Dude, damn, you look good for 44, man.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I thought you were young. I thought you were like 25, 26. I was like,
Nah.
that's why I'm sorry. I thought you were like a young punk.
Fair enough. I take it as more of a compliment than anything else. I got a little punk vibe to me. It's deep down somewhere.
Yeah, because sometimes you think you're talking to a young kid and they don't get you. But yeah, you've been traveling around a lot.
Yeah.
44, a lot of experiences, man. They fill you. That's you can probably get to the point you can say you're from another dimension because you've lived so many experiences.
It's fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's addictive. It's kind of like a clock in me as well, right? After so long in a certain area, I think from pre-adolescence, I'm kind of like, shouldn't you be taking on new stimuli, new smells, new sights, Yeah, it's addictive as well. It's fun.
Yeah,
And
speaking
you're going to
of
meet cool people like you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and how's BA? How's BA? What do you like BA?
It's a
I'm
cool
sure you
city,
love
man.
It, huh?
It's a cool city. Yeah, I love BA. I had pretty high expectations coming in. I don't know about high expectations, but I expected to like it.
Yeah, because you got
Obviously.
a lot of you got a lot of access to information through internet on the city, videos, and all kinds of stuff. You practically know the city before you even get there.
You're right.
It's like I don't know,
You're right. I tried to not look too much, actually, to leave some surprise. You're totally right. Like, I get lucky enough I got invited to a Bocas game next weekend. I just found out this morning.
Nice.
And I wanted to, there was a part of me that wanted to YouTube, like, the stadium experience. And I was like,
Ooh.
I don't, Like,
Yeah.
just go in there.
Man, 'cause
and
you gotta go fresh.
There's certain things you want to research, currency exchange, practicalities, SIM card, right? Like, I think when you go somewhere new, you need accommodation.
How'd you get the ticket?
A friend. Yeah, I met a guy, and he's like, you got to come out to this game. So, but yeah, so like, there's certain things you want to research, obviously, and other parts I just try to leave to get some surprise.
Yeah, I went to Arrial de Ayuda in Puerto Seguro in like 1993.
What is that?
It's a small little island off in Bahia, in Puerto Seguro, in Bepe. No, it's anyway, Arrial de Ayuda, and based off I remember it was a travel book, a big I forget the name what it was but anyway, it's a travel book and no references whatsoever.
Yeah.
And everything was just an absolute surprise.
Yeah.
And you never forget that.
I mean, it's certainly different traveling pre-smartphones, obviously,
Yeah.
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a different ballgame. It feels a lot less adventurous, to be fair. I mean, obviously, I'm older and seen a lot more things than when I was 22 the first time going to, like, solo travel. I probably left at 21 or something. It's a different vibe,
Yeah.
I think back to, like, my father. That shit was crazy when they went. Like, write a letter, and then, like, it'd get there however many weeks later. And, like,
Sure.
that's what my mother's Filipino, right? So when he left from Denmark to the Philippines, like, I think back to those travels. And my grandmother, she would talk about decades later, like, that was the experience of her life to go to the Philippines. And, they had to write letters back and forth. And my father was married. Anyways, when she went to the Philippines, like, the experience of her life that decades later she talked about. Now it's like you fly there for a long weekend or whatever. You're going to take it for granted, but it's still fun.
You speak Danish?
Not eloquently.
Huh.
Yeah, my Danish is rudimentary.
How's your Castellano?
Horrible.
Horrible?
Yeah.
Are you taking lessons?
No, it's embarrassingly bad. It's embarrassingly bad. I've put embarrassing amount of effort toward it.
Yeah. For those interested, you can take classes with Beto. Beto is Beto's helping sponsor the show.
Cool.
You can say, yeah.
Yeah, that's good to know.
She's chipping in. There are some people chipping in, which is really cool.
Very
Thanks
cool.
to all our supporters. Charlie's from Locuras and everybody out there. Frank from Asado Adventures. And you got a business side to you.
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do for work?
You have a marketing company focusing on outbound services, like a GTME marketing company. Yeah, we're an agency, and we started recently, just a few months ago. But yeah, my background's B2B SaaS. I worked
B2B
in,
what?
So business to business software as a service. So subscription services to businesses, right? So B2B SaaS. Yeah, that's my background working in San Francisco. And then before that, I was into adventure tourism. Used to work as a dive instructor and tour guide on live-aboard trips. So you'd sleep on the boat. So it's I feel like those are the two different lives I had as an adult. Adventure tourism, business school, then working in B2B SaaS consulting in LA and San Francisco after I left Shanghai.
Yeah.
And then now it's a new chapter.
You got a
right?
college degree?
Yeah, I did my undergrad in marketing at Washington State University.
Cool.
Class of
Check you
03.
out. Nice.
OG.
You
Yeah.
got a diploma on your wall somewhere?
No. I don't have things like that. But
You got pictures of you bungee jumping though, right?
No, digital somewhere.
Well, you move around a lot. You can't
That's
take all
it.
your pictures. What are you going to do?
Exactly.
Now, would you consider yourself? I get a lot of criticism on this. Would you consider yourself an expat or an immigrant? Some people say, I know, man, an expat. Stop. People like to put labels on stuff, man. So
Yeah.
What's your take? Are you an expat or you're an immigrant here in Buenos Aires?
Well, then you have to differentiate what is the difference, right? And an expat is somebody who leaves their home country to go live somewhere else, whereas but I think the difference is an expat goes temporarily for a work or for lifestyle, like me.
Yeah.
So I would put myself in the expat category, whereas an immigrant, I believe, moves with the intention to stay longer, to stay there, right?
Yeah. Usually with his family.
Right.
Yeah, and their cat. And
Right.
their grandmother.
Yeah.
And their grandfather.
Yeah.
It's not some guy bouncing around. He's not an immigrant.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I'm not keyed in. It's not like I have to bounce around. If I, it's just, like I said, it just kind of, after a certain amount of time, I kind of start looking around and get hungry to go somewhere. I see somewhere new.
Yeah. Do you see yourself staying here an extended period of time?
Hard to say. What would be amazing would be like 6 months here and 6 months in the Northern Hemisphere, probably States, West Coast. Yeah. That would be a pretty nice cadence. Yeah. But I haven't thought through that deeply. Yeah. We just got here a few months ago.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say that. You haven't been here too long.
Yeah, not even 3 months.
Yeah, not even 3 months. Have you been outside the city at all?
Man, we've done not that much, bro.
You got to check out the South.
I got to check out so many. I got to check out Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a big city.
It is. And it's like, a lot of people are like, oh, what do you think of Argentina? It's like, I can't speak about Argentina, right? I can't even speak about Buenos Aires. Yeah. I've been in Palermo, of course, and I live in Recoleta, and I walk back and forth, and I took some little day trips on Telmo or whatever, but I don't feel that experienced with the city yet. I got a lot to see.
You got a lot to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to try this mate.
Oh, yeah, dude. How about what's going on with the mate?
Well,
today you had your first mate.
I had my first mate 30 minutes ago.
Wow.
And that one, I was expecting people it's an acquired taste. I was expecting something more. It was, it wasn't very strong.
Huh.
This one, holy scheisse. Whoa.
How's that taste?
Not good. No. Not. That one's poignant. That's a lot. I love tea. I'm not a coffee drinker.
Yeah.
I do really enjoy tea. And I tasted it earlier, and I was like, I don't see what
Yeah, maybe it was watered down a little bit.
That one's got a punch.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't see yourself sharing it and drinking it with a bunch of people. I like it. I drink it sweet sometimes. Once in a while I'll drink it, but you see yourself sharing it, drinking it?
Oh, yeah. Like if I was hanging out and it's like the thing and like the group and they were excited to present it, of course I would take it. And
even though it's nasty.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that nasty. It's just of the trillion things you could consume, it's not the one I would vote for,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I get that. I know you like empanadas.
My budget likes empanadas, and they do taste good. Yeah.
What's your favorite?
So I've probably tasted 100,000 different empanadas in the 2.5 months I've been here. My favorite one is from Pranza. It's a place kind of on the outskirts of Palermo. It's like, I don't know if it's a chain, but it's pretty nice in there, and it's 3,000 for one, so a little more expensive than a lot more expensive than your typical like 1,000. 1,000 pesos one. That one's my favorite, and I like the blue cheese one, and I like the one that's like a pepperoni one, basically. Catalana, I think they call it.
Yeah, it's a bunch of different kinds of empanadas.
Do you mean which spot is my favorite, or which empanada?
No, which empanada, which flavor.
Which flavor? I think the four cheese or the four cheese or the blue cheese, I get a lot.
How would you describe an empanada to somebody back there?
Like
say, hey man, what are you eating? No, I'm eating empanadas, man, all the time. What's an empanada?
What do you tell? Never thought of that. Maybe like a dumpling meets a mini calzone.
Mini calzone.
Like this place I'm talking about, it's an Italian spot. And they have like the brick oven place for the pizza.
Sure.
And they put the empanadas in there.
Yeah.
and that's my favorite one. Yeah. So yeah, I look at them. I was like, it's like a mini calzone.
Huh. Yeah, I like the strombolis. I'm from Philly. We used to have a lot of strombolis, panzerottis.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever had a stromboli?
No. What is it?
It's like a pizza dough. It's like a rolled up pizza.
Okay.
You know, they sell it in some popular places with a K.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with fried chicken.
Okay.
They sell that. They used to. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah.
But anyway, man.
How long have you lived here?
I've been here since the 90s.
Since living here consecutive? I mean, obviously you leave,
yeah, I've
but...
been coming and going, different places. I live by the beach now.
Since the 90s, what's the longest amount of time you've been not in somewhere in Argentina?
Man, I've been here. This is my home, dude. I'm an immigrant, I guess.
2
I'm an
weeks,
immigrant.
6
I didn't come
months?
here with anybody, but still, I have my family here, you know.
Sure.
I'm pretty much...
But so if you leave, it's like maybe a weekend trip or a week?
Well,
or
I
like...
live by the beach, but outside the country, no. I mean, I've been to Spain, went to visit some relatives, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're here.
But I'm here, man. I don't make enough to travel.
So are you an expat?
Especially with kids and family in tow. You know, it's not.
Fair.
It's not the kind. It's not the kind of country where you make it rich. You know, you like even if you work, it's hard to get up enough money to travel around. But you never know. Things are changing.
What's your favorite part about living here?
The people, man, as all my guests say, man, the people that, you don't stress out a lot, you know, there's a simplicity, there's a, not owing any money, you know, is a plus.
What do you mean, like
saying,
having
I have
credit?
my car's my car.
Ah.
My house is my house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though you can't sell it, you're not going to do anything because it's not the kind of country that you like, you know. That's what things... There's subtle luxuries to this country that only by living here do you really understand. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
It's a beautiful
you'll
place
discover.
To live. Yeah.
But yeah. So cool, man. Awesome. So you excited about the book I gave?
Yeah, I'm fired up.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, I was hoping I'd get a chance to go, and my friends said him and his dad have had tickets for like 25 years. I think they have 4 tickets or something, 3 or 4 tickets. Uh-huh. And so, when there's like 1 or 2 of the family members that doesn't go, they'll offer it. So I get a chance to pay for that ticket and get to join him. Yeah. I'm so excited. I
wanted to ask you, man, how does Buenos Aires compare to other cities that you've been to in Europe? I mean,
Europe?
I mean, they can't compare it to like a city in Tokyo, for example.
Right. So I'm trying to think. I think I've only lived in Copenhagen in terms of European cities. How would I compare it? It's been a while since I lived in Copenhagen, 2014 or something. But I feel like it's in between the chaos of like a Southeast Asian city, or I haven't been to many places in South America. I've only been to Quito, Galapagos, some other tourist town, Baños, I think, in Ecuador, and Medellin. Yeah. So I feel like it's not as crazy as what I perceive some of the crazy Latin American cities to be, and not as like orderly. Yeah. It's somewhere in between. I think that's a pretty fair assessment. Between the architecture as well, the cleanliness, it's beautiful, rather orderly. We were talking about Vietnam earlier. My girlfriend and I were walking around. I was like, man, it's actually pretty quiet in this. In a lot of ways, it's a loud, vibrant city, but compared to Da Nang, Vietnam, which is horns, they're honking everywhere. It's like intense. Here, it's like, there's the buses are crazy loud, like the old diesel engines. It's loud. There's a lot of people, a lot of action, but like the sidewalks are big. It's despite the noise, it's cozy to walk around the city, and the parks are amazing.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. How do you get around? You walk around.
I walk, man, and that's in my top 2-3 favorite things about this city is the walkability, for sure. You got the parks all over. I forget what the name of it's a 45-minute walk from Recoleta to here, and I think it was Vicente Plaza or something, whatever, gorgeous park, 10 minutes from here, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but there's a lot of them here, these big trees. So I haven't taken the bus yet. I did get my bus card. Was surprised I had to go like 3 times to try to buy it, and they would just be sold out and like not there, but eventually got a bus card. I haven't used it yet. So Uber if I need to, otherwise if I can I'll walk.
How's the nightlife compared to the places you've been to?
I don't know much about it, honestly, bro. Like, I I don't do that much. Like I work.
Yeah,
I work.
That's right. You're in your 40s.
Eat ice cream and hang out with my girl and work.
Yeah.
And mix in watching some American football. But I've been out. Like I went to the what was it? A speed friendship.
Yeah.
Speed friendships, like a speed dating, but for friends. And then went out after to some club. So I've been out like a couple times. Yeah. And how does it compare? I think it's hard to. I haven't been out here, so I can't really compare. Would be the fair answer. But like from looking from the outside and kind of peering around, like Medellin, that's a crazy party city. That's I feel like they're world class partiers. Phuket, you have like the crazy seedy
world class partiers.
Yeah, like they're black belts, professional partiers. They're really good at it. I had a good time there. Phuket's crazy, like seedy and cheap and fun and hot and beaches to jump in and and dirty and fun. So I think here I don't know because I haven't been out to clubs here and I haven't done like the late crazy thing. I've been going to sleep at like 6 a.m. or got up really early and I hear people walking and I remember thinking, is that people up early or out late? So
how do you see prices? Where do you do your shopping? You go to the Chino?
The prices is my least favorite thing here. I find it expensive. Now, I'm not surprised because, of course, you do your research before you arrive. But I don't eat out. In Phuket, we eat out every day, right? It's like a luxury to cook at home. You could, but it's like, why would you? The food's cheap and delicious. Yeah. Street food, everything in Phuket, Thailand. But here, they have very good food. I just haven't found good, cheap food. That's made for you at restaurants. That's why I eat a lot of empanadas, not because at this
you
point.
can make your own empanadas, man.
We do.
Oh, okay.
We do.
There
We
you
have,
go.
and so
from scratch from the dough?
No, we bought the wrap. My girlfriend, I think she did some like proper homemade. She made a homemade pizza the other day, like so she will play around with the dough. But we grocery shop. I think there's a little like express on our corner, Ricoletta, and the prices. I think they're similar-ish to the States. Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe a bit cheaper, but it's it's all relative. If you compare it to San Francisco, where I lived before, generally it's I can't go get a nice steak dinner for the price that it is here. Yeah. And so if you compare it to that, it's like I don't know, maybe half the price or something. Sure. That's cool. But if you compare it to Phuket, which you can't get a good steak like that in Phuket, but just price wise, it's 5 times the price. Sure. So all relative.
All right.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone thinking about coming to Buenos Aires?
Oh, that's a good
work
question.
Or pleasure.
Yeah, what advice would I give? So I'm just gonna pretend the person is gonna move here for like a year because it depends on that. So they're gonna expatriate and they got a job offer them to come for a year. Yeah. I would say just meet a bunch of people and it's so easy nowadays when I think of me as a kid or even as a young adult before smartphones, the ways I had to meet people, or I got to meet people. Sure. Here, it's so easy. Hop on a Facebook group, hop in a WhatsApp group. Really, you only need to meet like one person that's kind of connected, and then all of a sudden, it's easy to meet a bunch of people. Yeah, so what advice would I have? Yeah, get in it, get amongst it. Probably do better than me and take Spanish classes, Like, I've had such an amazing time here, and I don't speak Spanish, and still people are so cool and welcoming. I met a guy standing in line yesterday. To get empanadas. And when I left, he had invited me to come to his spot to have an asado. I had this dude in Ricoletta, and he's like, I have this band, and we're actually doing one on the 20th. Yeah. If you want to come hang out, he's like, So people are super cool here. So my advice would be, probably learn Spanish, figure out how you're going to do your money exchange.
Or not. I mean, you did pretty well not speaking any Spanish.
To be fair, depending what you're looking for, you don't need it.
Yeah.
But it just enriches things so much better. Right?
Yeah, for sure. It's a different way of experiencing the culture.
So many people I don't hear what's going on and take it in the same way as so many people I don't get to hang out with the way I want to because of my linguistic challenges.
How did we meet?
How did we meet? Probably
that same way.
Yeah.
Through social media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so easy nowadays.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, I think I came and I created a pickleball group, right? Yeah. We wanted to play some pickleball. Of course, there's padel.
What's that?
Pickleball, it's like tennis meets ping pong. It's played with like a wiffle ball.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, so like I came here and created a pickleball group with I met a girl online like that was also trying to play pickleball. We made this group, so I was like 60 plus people in this group. We started like a month and a half ago. It's like boom, like hey, we're gonna go play pickleball, go get dinner after, and then all of a sudden you meet a bunch of people.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's cool, man. Well, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad we met. And I'm glad for this time.
Yeah,
This
dude.
talk was really cool. Meeting a Globetrotter, and nice, man.
Thanks
Grow
for
from
having
your
me.
experiences, and it's awesome, man.
Thanks for having me,
my
man.
mind.
Appreciate it.
I'll catch you next time for another dose of the Gringos in Buenos Aires podcast. Ciao.
Later.